It is Sunday night, and you know what that means. We are the Sunday Night League, and this is GTE season number 4, and it's round number 3 at Tokyo Expressway. We're on the east clockwise circuit, if you didn't know, and we have had some fantastic races so far this season. And if you haven't seen those, they are on our YouTube. If you would like to watch them, I won't give you any spoilers just yet, but they have been exceptionally close with some brilliant fighting throughout the field. Thank you everybody that's joining us live already. Quite a few people in the chat straight away. And we are here at Tokyo, as I've said. Matt Psycho saying hello, and Sarlek also saying evening all, evening Sarlek. And just as I said, everybody's arrived. 2 people disappeared. We are here at Tokyo, and this is the championship standings as we go into round number 3. At the top of the standings with 2 victories so far, it's Don Robbo, who is in the Dan Robbo, sorry, in the Toyota. In second place is Speed Hunter in the McLaren. He is tied with his McLaren teammate Victory Rain, also on 40 points. Fourth place is Silent Wolf in his Subaru with 34 points, and Matt Psycho is also on 34 points for Porsche. Then, in sixth place, we have GT87 Tiger in his Peugeot with 22 points, and in seventh, also on 22, is Tiny Terror in his Toyota, and Specmere in his Ford is also on 22 points. In ninth place is Aloe after his 6th place last time out for BMW, making his return to the series as a full-time driver. In 10th place is Groot for Peugeot with also 14 points. 11th, YOLO with 13 points in his Subaru. 12th is Rob on Drums with 12 points. 13th is Slippy, who is back in the Porsche after missing last time at Barcelona. 14th is Bunnies with 10 points. Unfortunately, Bunnies unable to make it this evening. His place has been taken by Yokas, who unfortunately had a disqualification last time out due to an incident with a car that was lapping him. Also, YOLO unable to make it today for Subaru, and his place has been taken over by the team boss, Chris Boo. And in 15th place is SNL Jam, who had, unfortunately, some steering issues in the first round and has had to withdraw from the championship. Hence, you've got me on the commentary. So, qualifying is a 10-minute session. It will start in 2 minutes' time at 8 o'clock. We are still waiting for somebody in the chat, in the room, should I say, not the chat. I'm just looking to see who is not here. Matt Psycho hasn't entered the track yet. Just looking. I can't see Speed Hunter yet. Speed Hunter is missing. So we'll just see what happens there. So we've got all 13 cars on the track. I can see all 13 cars, but we're missing Speed Hunter. So qualifying will start at 8 o'clock. He hasn't informed us he was running late, so we will start qualifying at 8. The tyres here in GTE, the team bosses get to choose the tyres. They're allocated a certain number throughout the season. And this round, BMW, Ford, Peugeot, Subaru and Toyota for this race at Tokyo are all running the softs and mediums. McLaren are running the softs and the hards, and Porsche are running double softs. So they are going for something different. Thank you everyone that's viewing us right now. Like, share and subscribe. We're about to go into qualifying here at Tokyo. The weather, apparently it's been raining already, so the weather is going to be tricky. Mama Sykes in the chat saying, good luck, Matt. Good luck from Mama Sykes there. So, qualifying starts now. So, qualifying starts now. So, everybody will be going out onto the circuit. We are in the pit lane here, you can see. It is a bit of a car park. Daz is in the chat as well. He sent a little message. We go on board then with Rob on drums going down the main straight here at Tokyo. So Daz has put a little wavy face, wavy hand there. So it's a long straight. You've got a little bit of a kink before you go through this first turn. The right-hander, it goes a long way round. And then you get the second corner pretty much immediately after that. Then it's a little bit of a run down to the sweeping left-hander coming up shortly just under this bridge. We go left and then right through fast chicane in these GT cars. And then it starts to get a bit tighter and a bit twisty. You have to brake a little bit, go down a gear, into the left, right again. Nicely done. You can see the barriers are surrounding this circuit. This circuit looks immense in the dark. It's why we're racing at twilight. With a touch of pink on the exit. Go then through the section towards 6, 7 and 8 into turn 8 now. So it's lifting off into turn 9 again. So again, very fast. Just got to be careful of those walls. You can see the damage flashing on Rob on Drum's car. On the front right and the front bonnet. Then we have a slight kink. We're going to get overtaken. Yes, we do. We get Victory Reigns. Let's go on board with him as he goes into the hairpin at the end of the lap and the exit of turn 12. There it is. Little kink on the exit and you get a long straight now. But Victory Reigns will be going into the pit lane, which is on the left-hand side here. Along this straight, because he's on the hard tyres, he'll be popping some softs onto his McLaren to set some times, but you can see Silent Wolf has got the softs on already, so he'll be the first one to set a time. At a disappointing round last time at Barcelona, he finished down in 7th place, one of his worst results actually in SNL and definitely in GTE. He had a bit of an eventful time in that Subaru, but a Lowy, who finished in 6th ahead of him in the BMW, his BMW team, Blue, who didn't make it to the end of the race. Last time out, disconnect for him. Hopefully he'll be here for the rest of the race. Tonight, we've got Specman running a bit wide and rubbing up against the wall. There is his teammate for this round, Yokas, with the yellow banner. Why the yellow banners are being used with white writing. We've not previously done that, but there we go. There is Silent Wolf. Then in the Subaru going through, you can see the fast section here. It is left, right chicanes all around. Just make sure you do not hit those barriers. You will lose a lot of time if you hit any of those barriers. Silent Wolf there coming through turn 8. He just clips the wall, I think, on the entry on the apex. He'll be setting the fastest lap to start off with, being the first driver, so long as he gets through the final hairpin. Okay. I'm not responsible for that addition. Okay. So Silent Wolf leading field along for their qualifying laps. Fortunately, for some reason, my YouTube comments are coming through as they would do normally. I get half the message. So 1:58.8 from Silent Wolf, and 2 minute 1:45 for a Lowy group. Close to the pole time though, at 1:59.128, but Yokas goes quickest at 1:57.88 in his Ford. So the Ford looking very powerful here. Slippy dropping down to 5th. He's just been beaten by his teammate in 5th place. So they're on 2:01s. Let's see, is anybody else completing a lap? It doesn't look like that is the case. So provisionally, Yokas is quickest. Yokas quickest with 1:57.888 in his Ford GT. With Silent Wolf nearly a second slower in 2nd place, sliding that Subaru through. Oh, so Pat's saying I sent one to Yorkas with a red banner on. And Yorkas has put a yellow banner on it. Yeah, okay. There we go. So some confusion going on maybe a little bit there. Okay. So Silent Wolf there in second place. He will be setting his lap to see what he does at the split. Is he up or is he down? Thought there was a split going into that hairpin, but there must not be. Silent Wolf trying to get himself into pole position, trying to get back into the championship battle. There is a Provo running slowly. That is Groot. He's hit the wall. He's looking like he's got a lot of issues at the moment. Just what has happened there? Okay. He's riding the brake and also the accelerator. Trying to burn some fuel. It doesn't look like it works. That's nearly setting a very similar time. He's got his teammate alongside him going down the front straight. Victory Rainbow in the McLaren puts himself onto pole. He is a 157.71. Matt Psycho putting himself into contention into third place with 158.722. And Silent Wolf has moved up the field, dropping down the field because Dan Robbo has just set a 156.7 in this Toyota Supra. It is setting some incredibly fast times as the Toyota. Fords are looking good though. Groot in 6th place. Chris Boo, returning to GTE, is in 7th in his Subaru. 9th place now, as Tiny Terror puts himself up into 6th place with a 158.988. Chris Boo then in 8th, with Specmere 9th. Rob Ondrum setting personal best in sector 1 for him. He's in 10th. Tiger 11th in the Peugeot. Aloe in 12th. Slippy is in 13th. There is still no Speed Hunter, though, in the race. So Speed Hunter still hasn't arrived from McLaren. Dan Robbo on pole at the moment. Victory Rain. And in McLaren, the closest man in the championship as well then. 10 points behind Dan Robbo. They'll keep the challenge on. We have seen drivers win all of the races in GTE before. So we'll see. What does Yokas do as he goes towards the start-finish line? He's 1.1 seconds behind the pole time. He's still setting incredibly consistent lap times. He's putting himself in contention here this evening. In that Ford GT, what does his teammate do then? Specmere coming down the line. He's made a mistake. He's not going to set a faster time this time round. Chris Boo is getting a tow, it looks like, from Slippy. Slippy at the moment is in 13th place with a 2 minute 2:08.812. Pulled the Subaru all the way up the hill through to turn 1. So Slippy back in the Porsche. At the front we have Robbo leading the field. Victory Rain is in 2nd, but he's setting purple sectors. He's 4 tenths of a second up on his lap. Might not be long enough. Might not be long enough to set the time, so that McLaren has got some pace in comparison to the Toyota, and we've seen Dan Robbo make mistakes as well. He nearly lost it on the barrier. He's made some damage to the car. So let's have a look. Dan Robbo leads the field then. Victory Rain 2nd. Yokas in a strong 3rd place. Matt Psycho in 4th. Tiny Terror will be 5th. 6th, Silent Wolf. 7th will be Groot. Chris Boo in 8th, 9th Specmere, 10th is Rob on drums, Tiger is 11th, and we go to the race. We will start the race now, and we have got 28 laps around this circuit, 12 corners on it, but the threat of rain is possible here in the twilight at Tokyo. So there is Dan Robbo on pole position. Victory Rain in second. Yokas is in third. Matt Psycho in fourth. Fifth, Tiny Terror. Sixth, Silent Wolf. Seventh, Groot. And eighth is Chris Boo. The lights we cannot see. And we're going to become... There we go. So the race has started. And it's a good start, it looks like, from... Oh, this is not going well. From the McLaren of Victory Rain. Victory Rain tucked up in the slipstream of Dan Robbo. He knows, and it's wet! It has rained! They all started in the tunnel and it is damp on circuit. We have got rain going down into turn one. This will be a challenge for them. They're all on slick tyres, medium tyres then for the field of Dan Robbo. Yokas has got himself into second place. He's on soft though. So they've got to be careful. Victory Rain in third. Fourth is Silent Wolf. Fifth is Matt Psycho. Let's go on board with the Porsche. You can see the rain has caused... Oh, Matt Psycho's lost a bit of speed. He's got a Toyota somewhere. There it is. Tiny Terror in sixth place. Looking around the chicanes, trying to... Oh no! Matt Psycho has gone round! Matt Psycho has spun and been hit as well! That is a disaster for Matt Psycho. He is at the back of the field in the wet already. Dan Robbo flashing at the front. He's got damage. Yokas is in second. And Victory Rain is right behind him with Silent Wolf in fourth place. They are fighting these cars in the wet. There is a bit of water on the track, but will it get better? Let's go on board then with Yokas. He's up in second place in this Ford GT. Dan Robbo running a little bit wider on the exit. A bit of a snap there from the Toyota, but he's managed to get the power down. As Yokas gets into the slipstream. Ford is fighting well. Silent Wolf gets himself up into third place. The Subaru using that four-wheel drive at the moment to help it in the wet conditions. Now they're in the completely dry section, and we're seeing Victory Rain using a bit of bump drafting on Silent Wolf just to help them get along. So it is a wet race, so none of these teams have to run both tyre compounds now. They can run what they like because it is officially a wet race. Groot fighting for fifth place. He's dropping down though. He's got Specmere going up into sixth with Tiny Terror as well. So he's dropped a couple of places. He's now down to seventh. Specmere and Tiny Terror going round turn one. Groot on the outside of Specmere, trying to get past, but can't do anything about it. It's in the slipstream of two cars that are ahead of him. Let's go on board with the Peugeot. Then, as we can see, the Ford and Toyota going through. Got the X-Bend coming up. It's a brave Specmere going up the inside of Tiny Terror. Tiny Terror letting him through, but they think they've hit each other. They've touched. They've had a bit of a clash, and then Tiny Terror has been hit by Rob on drums. Rob on drums has had an issue. Matt Psycho there still down the field after his first lap incident. Dan Robbo though pulling away now from Yokas. Yokas is on the soft tyres, but the rain is falling here at Tokyo. You saw it in the camera, although it's saying that the track is completely dry at this part of the circuit. So we did see rainfall, but it is dry now at the circuit. So we will see what happens. Everybody using their racing tyres, their dry tyres. The windscreen is showing, so rain is falling, but is not appearing on the indicators of the track. So it's going to be tricky conditions, I think, for the drivers to know what to do. Groot there in fifth place at the moment for Peugeot, driving very well. Slippy is in sixth for Porsche, so he's moved up the field from 13th on the grid. It's now in sixth with Specmere is seventh, eighth for Tiny Terror. There is Chris Boo in 10th. He's got a Lowy moving up ahead of him now. BMW driver gets himself up into 9th place. Chris Boo is there in 10th. 11th is Tiger. Board with the Peugeot, just to see if it is raining or not, although he is having a look at Time Terror. It isn't raining any longer. There is Matt Psycho in 12th. There is Rob on drums after his incident on the last lap. But at the front, it's Dan Robbo, but he is not dropping Yokas. Yokas is there in 2nd place in the Ford GT. As we've seen Yokas run in a long time here in SNL. We've got Silent Wolf in 3rd place, just behind him. Silent Wolf actually has a look. Can he have a go down into the hairpin as they approach turn number 12? That will be his opportunity. I wonder if the Ford GT has just so much pace on the straights. So the Silent Wolf going round the outside of Yokas. He manages to get round, but he can't get it stopped, and has a bit of a tank slapper. He's all touchy-feely with Yokas on the exit. So Silent Wolf will have to give the space. Will he concede a bit of lap time to tuck back into the Ford GT? That GT is flying down these straights, but the Subaru looking a lot better through the corners. So Silent Wolf in 3rd place sets his personal best at 157.3. That compares to 156.2 by Dan Robbo, the race leader. These two will work together to try and get that gap back on Dan Robbo, who leads for Toyota. We've seen him have damage already in this race, so it's not out of the possibility for damage to happen to him. Leads from pole position. There was rain at the start of the race, but it has cleared. They came out of the tunnel to find wet conditions. I wonder how some of those drivers were feeling as they did that. Victory Rain in the only McLaren. For some reason, Speed Hunter is not here. Gasman will not be pleased to see that from his team. They are currently leading the team championship, so that will help Toyota catch them up. McLaren currently have 80 points in the team championship. Toyota have 72. Groot at the moment in 5th place, having his strongest run. With the Peugeot. He's in the slipstream of the McLaren, twitching a little bit on the exit. In fact, a little bit of a lift possibly from Victory Rain. Group having a look into the chicane of turn number 8 and turn number 9. Will he get the run down towards 10 and 11 before they get the chicane? The end of the lap. In fact, I think that was 10 and 11, and now they're at the chicane. Unable to take advantage of the good run there, Group. He's on soft tyres compared to Victory Rain's hards. Victory Rain at the moment is on those hard tyres, setting competitive times really. He's 10 seconds to Dan Robbo. You can see Silent Wolf all tucked up in the slipstream with Rockass, but Rockass is showing that Tokyo is one of his favourite tracks. He's using, look how low down that Ford GT is in comparison to the Subaru. That is why this car is so quick in a straight line. Groot has put himself up into 4th place as they go down the start-finish straight, but he has lost the position back to Victory Rain. Victory Rain has the inside line, so they'll go into turn 1, using all of the width of this straight. Groot then we'll see if he can hang it round the outside of the McLaren. He's unable to do the cutback. He did have a look at it, but Victory Rain was there. Speckmeier there in 6th place has moved himself up. He's moving himself along after a slow start. He's got 158.6 as his fastest lap, so he's lapping pretty well. Slippy falling back a little bit as Time Terror is now catching up. On board with the Toyota driver, going through turns 5 and 6 very shortly. There is turn 5 and turn 6. The slower left-right. A little bit of a slide by the Toyota. He's on medium tyres. He does not have to use any of the tyre though. He can use mediums throughout this race because of the wet weather. Or he can use his softs as planned. You can see Chris Boo has got a good run on Tiger. This being also on medium tyres with a Lowy on the softs in his BMW with Rob on drums on mediums. BMW is currently 11 from 12. Matt Cycles had an error, it looks like. Yes, he's gone. So Matt Cycles left the session. Okay, so Matt Cycles gone. Dan Robbo there in first place. Leading the race by 4.5 seconds. Jokas in second and Silent Wolf there in third. So Silent Wolf and Jokas still fighting, still pushing along. Jokas setting some good times in that Toyota. That's how good saying he's not feeling well. In the chat, hope you get better, man. Is it the dreaded lurgy? Children's lurgy, possibly. So Silent Wolf getting a good run on Jokas through the S's. This is the part of the circuit where the Subaru does seem to be stronger, but no, the the Ford is able to keep that second place. Jokas is having the race of his SNL career here, currently in second place. Using those soft tyres as well, and his soft tyres looking a lot better than those of Silent Wolf. So he's having a good run. Root there in fourth place, setting his best laps so far. He's 1.2 seconds up on his best. As with Dan Robbo, has done a 1:55.439. So Dan Robbo really flying here in the Toyota. Victory Reign though in fifth place. Keeping Group honest, 1.6 seconds behind the Peugeot driver. And there's a bit of a gap, so they go for the dockyard at the end of the lap. Bit of a gap to Speckmere and his fellow drivers. So Time Terror there in seventh and Slippy. Although Speckmere having a bit of a slide, that will mean Tiny Terror. Although Tiny Terror looks like he may have had an issue coming out of the hairpin, so we'll go on board with Slippy in the Porsche. Sole remaining Porsche as well now, with Matt Psycho no longer in the race. So Slippy in 8th place. What will he do? Use the toe? No, he's going for the move. Deciding maybe to go for the move. No, tucks back into the slipstream of the Toyota and then gives it a little bit of a bump. Try and help them along. He'll have a go then into turn number 1. Got the inside line if he brakes later, but that Toyota is just flying along. It's hitting 180 compared to a 176 from Slippy, and that was with the toe of the Toyota as well. So the Toyota absolutely flying. We've got Daytona next. I think everybody else would be hoping that the Toyota isn't as quick round there as it is here, but it is proving to be an incredibly fast machine in a straight line. This season has been defined by in a way. Straight line speed is what's defining your season at this season 4 GTE. Because the tracks have been different every single season that we've ran GTE, coming to the point of where the tracks are becoming limited and you can choose. Ooh, a little bit of a touch there by Chris Boot. We try and have couple of dynamic races and then some two dry races as well. But there is Dan Robbo. He's set at 1:55.096 on lap number 6. What does he do this time? He goes into the tunnel. He sets a 1:57.858. So he made a mistake on the last lap. Jokas is a 1:57.8. So the same time as Robbo, signing up a little bit quicker in the Subaru. Can't do anything about Jokas. Jokas is still proving to be a bit of a handful and a very, very admirable drive from Jokas so far. So last week, as I say, we got disqualified after the incident with the car that was lacking him. He's now in second place here and holding his own. Silent Wolf, one of the fastest drivers in the field. We have Groot in 4th place now, so Groot really driving well. Victory Rain falling back a bit more, 159s, 158 for Groot on the last lap, but his fastest lap of 156.895, so Groot is trying to put himself in contention for a podium position. Yokas is behind Silent Wolf. Yokas has hit the wall. It looks like he's got damage at the front of his Ford, so he's hit the wall. He's hit it quite hard, judging by the amount of damage, and he's lost all of that time to Silent Wolf. That means he'll fall into the clutches of Groot, possibly, whilst he's struggling with the damage, trying to get it into the corners. It's looking like it's struggling. That Ford has still got damage on the front end. Something's gone wrong there with Groot. Groot now can see the Ford. So he will be chasing that down. It's gone forward. Can you see him? Yes, you can, just about. There is a black speck up ahead of us. That is the Ford GT of Yokas. Victory Rain cannot see Groot. There's a little bit of Groot, you can see. Rear headlights. And then Spetmere in his Ford. So the Ford looking very strong here. 3rd and 6th as it stands. People will be pleased to see this. His car is looking good. At Tokyo, Slippy there in 7th place. Running in 7th. 8th is Tiger, with Chris Boo just behind him. So Chris Boo in the Subaru. He's the team boss at Subaru. Replacing YOLO for this race only. Keeping the pressure on Tiger. Tiger finished in 5th place at last time out. And in 8th here. Chris Boo, very good exit. They're both on medium tyres. They are both on medium tyres. This will having to back off a little bit as we go through the S's. And Murray in 10th place. His own really in the BMW. Tiny Terror down in 11th. He's had an issue on lap number 8 with a 2.16 and a 2.10 as well on lap 7. So he's dropped down the field. With Rob on drums there in 12th. He's had an issue as well. 2.15 on lap number 8. So a few drivers hitting the walls possibly here at Tokyo. Dan Robbo has a 13-second lead over the rest of the field though. He's just driving away from them. He is in the 55s and he's on medium tyres. He's got to put the soft tyres on at some point. He's lapping 2 seconds a lap quicker than Silent Wolf. Toyota just flying along here. Can anybody stop them? Silent Wolf currently 2nd place, with Yokas in 3rd. Still 4.2 seconds ahead of Groot, so he's still running well. Back into the 57.8. The man from Poland. Getting in touch with the wall maybe. And the exits, getting away with it. That left rear though is not looking happy. Left rear of Yokas in the Ford is starting to go. You can see he's squirrely through the corners as well. Let's have a look. Groot on the other hand, he's got his left rear not looking particularly great either, but running a lot cleaner than Yokas ahead of him. He's closing up on Yokas through the S's each lap. The next lap he might have a chance at 3rd place here. Victory Rain in 5th place. He's on his own in that McLaren. He's on the hard tyres though. He's on those hards. Everybody will probably run. If it stays dry, their strategy that they were running for the race anyway. As I said before, you do not have to run both tyres compounds now. It was wet at the start of the race. They all got a bit of a surprise that Ford is starting to wear down its left rear tyre. You can see Speckmere having a bit of an issue through the hairpin at the end of the lap. It's got a 5-second lead over Slippy. Slippy's had a couple of poor laps. He is also starting to suffer with tyre wear. They're starting to suffer. Chris Boo is up into 8th place now. He's got ahead of Tiger. There is Aloe in 10th and Tiny Tower in 11th. His teammate though still leading this race by 15.8 seconds. He's pulling away by 2 seconds a lap. But you can see he's pushing it hard! How on earth has he kept hold of that? He is pushing it hard, and how he kept hold of that drift going through turns 5 and 6 is unreal. He said at Barcelona that he was pushing this car at 110%. You can see how hard he's pushing. He's leading the race, but he's still pushing hard. Silent Wolf has closed up on this lap. He'll be hoping for a bit more pressure, possibly, to fall on Dan Robbo. Maybe Dan Robbo will make a mistake in that Supra. He is really pushing it hard. Groot is closing up though on Yokas. The battle for 3rd place is on here at the streets of Tokyo. Thank you everybody who's watching us. Like, share and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really does help with everything we do. The graphics as well, you may have noticed, last week's graphics have not got any writing on. It's because the app I used has just vanished, disappeared. So I'll probably do it like everybody else does, use an actual computer program and not be lazy in the future. There we go, we've got Groot then in 4th place, running well in the Peugeot. His left rear tyre though is starting to look like it's seen better days. Here are the Hards then of Victory Lane. Victory Lane in 5th place. Running well, still in the pan on his own. Speckmere in the Ford GT. His left rear is starting to wear. This possibly will be his last lap. Although he might be trying to get to lap 14. It's going to be hard though. We can do lap 14, then they will get to the end of the race. I think he will do, and they'll just split it in half. Tiger there, running in 8th place. He's got ahead of Chris Boo, so Chris Boo has had an issue on this lap. He's set a 2 minute 18.2, so he's having issues, lost positions to Tiger and Aloe. There is Tiny Terror. He's back in the 58s. After some slower laps, Rob on drums, back in his 2 minute times. After he sets a slow time on lap number 8. At the front, sliding around as he has been, is Dan Robbo. The Supra in his hands is just looking unstoppable. Trying to get himself a debut championship in the Silver Knight League. Defending champion is Illusion, and Illusion is the team boss at Toronto. And the race is with Dan Robbo. As we recruited Dan Robbo into the team as well, we've won the auction for Dan Robbo, and it has paid off. It's looking very strong here at Tokyo. So Yorkas in the pits. He has no tyre left, and Groot's also in. So Groot into the pits. You can see the Peugeot Groot getting themselves sorted out, and they'll be filling up with fuel as well. Yorkas's team filling up. So Yorkas and Groot both leaving the pits. They're both going out. So what do they do? Groot is on the mediums, and Yorkas has gone for the softs. Yorkas is going for the softs. It's got a bit of a lighter fuel load, so he's going to try and make these softs last. He's got to find 16 laps in these softs with a lighter fuel load. challenge is on. The group going for the mediums. He's going for those 16 laps on the mediums. He's just come out ahead of his teammate who started the race on the mediums. So Tiger there in 6th, Aloe in 7th. Just through 8th, 9th is Spetmir. So Spetmir has made his pit stop and he's gone on to the medium tyres. So he's gone medium. Pat will be watching. Oh, Spetmir having a bit of an issue though. Going out of turn number 1. Tiny Terror there in 10th. Slippy coming out of pits as well. He's gone onto the softs. So he's decided I can run these softs as well. Trying to go to the end of the race on them. Again, 12 laps done for him. And he's trying to do another 16 laps on the softs. So maybe hoping that he can just draw those out a bit better. On drums there in 12th place. At the front of the field with 22nd lead is Dan Robbo. He is all alone. Fuel is looking fine. Tyres are looking good. Lap times are looking perfect. Nobody else is in 155s. It's his race to lose. Basically, halfway through this race, I wouldn't normally call it, but that is how impressive this drive is from Dan Robbo. Silent Wolf is on the softs. His tyres are shot. He's trying to pull out another lap, and I wonder if it's a wise thing to do. The sort of skies around here at Tokyo. I want to say Toyota every single time I say it. Toyota. Tokyo. Silent Wolf there in 2nd place. Going through the S's. The only thing that can stop Dan Robbo may be rain. And we have seen it in Sunday Night Week. We've seen drivers suddenly be on the wrong tyre in the wet. It has won drivers. The Le Mans race was dominated when we did our team endurance by weather in the first race. There's Victory Rain in 3rd place. He's moving up the field as others have made stops around him. Rockcast though on a purple sector. He's on personal best now in his Ford. He's got to drive hard though because he's got Groot behind him and Groot's tyres will last better. So Rockas has to be careful he doesn't wear those softs out. Groot is looking for his first podium here in GTE. Got a good run. Tiger there in 6th place. Both the Peugeots are running in good positions for so 5th and 6th for them. But Tiger hasn't stopped as of yet. So he's got to make a stop soon. But Silent Wolf is coming into the pits, the Subaru driver. He's got a 12.5 second lead over Victory Rain. Subaru is in. Victory Rain though keeps going. He's on hard tyres, running very well on them. He's doing 58s as well on these hards. So you can see how well that is going to work out. Here comes Silent Wolf then, out of the pits. He's on the soft tyres now. So he's running to do 14 laps on those. And he's 6.16, about 5.5 seconds. Maybe 5 seconds by the time they get to the end of this straight. Or maybe a little bit more, maybe only 4 seconds by the time it all pans out for Rockas to get there. So Rockas setting purples into sector 1. Thank you everyone that is watching us live here on YouTube. It is Sunday night. We are the Sunday Night League. We are here every single Sunday night at 8 o'clock UK time. And we bring you GTE. This is Group 3 Championship. 2 more rounds left. We're at Daytona, the Tri-Oval next week, and then we finish off in 2 weeks' time at Le Mans for the season finale. Peugeot will be hoping for a home victory from there. Running well. Dan Robbo then in his Toyota Supra. He's run out of fuel on the end of lap 15, so those medium tyres will get changed. Will he go onto the softs or will he just play with everyone and put the mediums on? I suspect he'll put the softs on. Can't imagine he'll be sporting to those behind. Victory Rain then, coming through. Dan Robbo leading the pits on the soft tyres. He's just flying along. I wonder what time he can do on the softs then. He's got a fastest lap of 1:55.096 on the mediums. And he's got a 30-second lead over Silent Wolf. Silent Wolf has made his stop. Is in second place overall. Victory hasn't made a stop yet. Going another lap longer. He'll be going onto the soft tyres. Here's McLaren. Gasman watching his man. We've got one driver in this race. Speed Hunter not here for some reason. After second last time out. The Speed Hunter not here. In second. Silent Wolf is third. Rockgas is there in fourth place. Will inherit third place when Victory Lane pits. Will drop behind Groot as well. He's dropping back a little bit now from 4GT. Tiger in sixth. Tiger will be pitting shortly, I would imagine. Speckmere there in seventh. Is purple is Speckmere. And we go through the S's. This is where the 4GT starts to lose time, so it's very good in a straight line. Maybe good at Daytona. You might see a Ford win on home soil. Speckmere and Bunnies. We'll be hoping that is the case. Slippy in 8th place in the Porsche. His teammate Matt Psycho had an accident on the start of the race and was pulled out feeling unwell. Slippy there in 8th. Victory Rain then into the pits. He comes. The McLaren driver. In he comes. He'll lose the position then to Silent Wolf. Goes through, sets his fastest lap of 1:56.973. That's still nearly 2 seconds slower than the fastest lap of the race. Rockcast then feeding into third place again. With Groot just behind him. So some similar lap times. Groot a little bit quicker, 3/10 quicker. As Victor Rain comes out of the pits, he will lose time. He'll be about 8 seconds behind the drivers in front of him. Tiger then in 7th place. We'll see if Speckmere going past in his 4GT. And Slippy and Tiger comes out, but he'll get passed by Slippy. One more by Slippy. There he goes. Slippy running. See the helmet. There's Tiger in 8th. Ninth place is Tiny Terror. Hand of his teammate is leading the race. Tiny Terror currently in 9th place. Still setting good times. 1:58.096. Normal circumstances would be competitive, but his teammate is just on another planet around this circuit. There's a Lowy in 11th, not looking too good for Luca's BMW team. 11th and 12th for them. Strong showing last time out from a Lowy. Not looking too strong here at Tokyo. Dan Robbo leading by 34 seconds. He has got 10 and a bit laps left of this race. He could pull it out to a minute win. It is possible that he could win by a minute. He keeps this pace going, and we do not see any wet weather. For me to say, Dan Robbo then setting purple time, so it is at the beginning of the lap. It's through these S's. I find that soft tyres aren't giving a lot of grip left. He set 55.5 on his last lap. Getting up to speed again with these. He's nearly 3 temps up to go to the back section of the race circuit here in Tokyo. Let's go on board then with the Toyota as we head down towards the hairpin, the right-hander at the end of the lap. Where are we braking? About 75 metres down into first gear. Up into second. Back on the power. All of Tara on the exit. He's nearly 6/10 of a second up on his fastest lap. This is going to be a 54 easily. Gracing us with his presence here at the Sunday Night League, it would appear. There we go, wow, a 154.377. What a lap time from him. The next best driver, 156.9. It's 2.5 seconds off the fastest lap by Dan Robbo. Another planet. Never seen a driver do that. Simon Wolf nearly won the championship in season 1 and nearly won it again in season number 3 as well. He's only ever been 7 points behind the championship win. Jokas still in third place. He's on those soft tyres. Group behind him on the mediums. And that pitted on the same lap as each other. But those soft tyres, they only lasted 12 laps for Jokas. Jokas is trying to get 16 laps out of them. Sets in purples in sector 1. It's just a straight though, out towards turn number 1. I haven't really hit anything yet. It's all about straight line speed. So that looks good for next week at Daytona. We've said before, the tri-oval. There in 4th place at 5th victory reign. Sixth for Speckmere. On his own really in the Ford. It's 8.5 seconds up on Slippy. We've got Tiger chasing him down. Tiger is closing on the Porsche, so these GTE 87 pair are running very close to each other. This is Tiger closing up on Slippy in the Porsche. Making a move at the hairpin, I would imagine, if not beforehand. He's all over the back of the Porsche as we go through to turn number 8. Sorry, turn 10 and 11. Very similar on my marks. Slight S's. The Porsche is slightly quicker, I think, than the Peugeot in a straight line. You're going for a wider entry, trying to do the cutback on Slippy, but unable to do it. He's actually fallen back a bit from Slippy as a result of that, so he's going to have to tuck back into the slipstream. He's losing a lot of time in comparison to Slippy, who's got better exit, and then their top speeds are roughly the same. Tiger may be getting a benefit of the slipstream on his Peugeot. Porsche staying ahead. There is Tiny Terror, so he's hitting, yeah, very similar. Tiger hitting 179. Tiny Terror on his own though, hitting 179, so that's the difference then. But Peugeot hitting 179 with the slipstream. This boot in the Subaru. On his own, really in 10th place. A little bit closer to Tiny than these two alone. And then the two BMWs at the back, although in 11th. Our bottom drums in 12th. struggling for top end speed. In comparison though, Dan Robbo he's done a 53.832. Nearly 3 seconds quicker than the fastest lap of the man in second place. Jocas is coming into the pits. So Jocas in the pits. He's getting rid of these soft tyres. Was it a mistake to put the softs on? Put some fuel on as well. So he didn't have enough fuel to finish the race and he's put mediums on now. Jocas into 5th now, so he's dropped down. His teammate is in 6th place. He's caught up significantly as a result of that. So Jocas coming into the pits. Victory Rain there in 4th place, Groot in 3rd. Silent Wolf is in 2nd place, but it's 42 seconds behind Dan Robbo. Dan Robbo is on another galaxy in comparison to everyone else. He's just using this Toyota to its full capacity, although he's gone 3 seconds slower than his best lap. So he's done, how dare he do a 156.864. I mean, that is not hard. That would still, to put it in context, would be probably 2 tenths slower than the fastest lap if it didn't exist. So it's just unbelievable. Groot then in 3rd place in the Peugeot. He was having a fight with Jocas, but that has stopped. But coming up behind him is Victory Rain, and Victory Rain is lapping a second a lap quicker than Groot. So this McLaren can bring itself back into the fight for the podium. Let's go on board then on the straight with Victory Rain as we go through the tunnel. You can see the top speed then of the McLaren. We're hitting 171, 172, 74. Down the straight, we've only got 7 laps, including the one there on. Just see the Peugeot slightly to the left. So we are hitting 180 as well at the end of the straight. You see the dust is quick in different ways. A little bit of a flash there from Victory Rain for some reason. That's not a tactic to distract the driver up ahead. As you just saw, Tiny Terror has come into the pits. He's ran out of fuel. Put some fuel on. Some soft tyres back on his car. There's his teammate going past. On drums then. There is the race leader then. Trying to lose the slipstream. So it gets to its top end quicker, I think, it does the Toyota. So the top end is 180. A bit of slipstream, 182 maybe with a bit of slipstream, but it gets that speed a lot quicker. It seems to get out of the corners. Has a lot of punch to help it through. It is going to have to stop again though. So Silent Wolf does not have to. So the Toyota is using a lot of fuel. That is encouraging for drivers next week at Daytona. Maybe the Toyota, it'll be quick, but it will burn its fuel out. Groot does not have to stop again. He's currently in 3rd place. His chances of victory though are slim. You see that Dan Robbo has got a 46-second lead, but he will have to stop again. But he'll put a light fuel load on to get to the end of this race. And then who knows what lap time will pull. Probably 52. Pit at the end of this lap to refuel, get ready for the last 5-lap stint. Yes, he looks like he's going to pull the bits. In he goes, into the pit lane, full speed, and then gets lost forever whilst he pits. So there is Silent Wolf second place. See that the pits are being used by Dan Robbo. Okay, well, it will not be a minute win. Oh, Dan Robbo disappeared for a second then, but he's back. That was a panic. Dan Robbo disappeared for a slight moment, and that would have been an absolute disaster for him. He has led this race, dominated it, and nearly just vanished completely off the face of the race completely. So, lap times then, it was up to 51 seconds, it's now down to about 31 seconds. And we've got 5 laps left, including the one they're on. Group, though, has got victory reign in his mirrors. The Peugeot and the McLaren fighting for the last step on the podium. Victory reign has had third place every single round this season. He has got himself up into third again. He's pushing that McLaren hard. Get it. Back on that podium. Silent Wolf in second. Putting himself back into contention, possibly for second in the championship now. I wonder what it feels like knowing that really the championship battle, it is still on with this result. Dan Robbo would have a 15-point lead over victory reign. It's not over. If you have a bad race, you can lose 15 points very easily. He set a 2-minute lap time, but that's his outlet. Silent Wolf there in second place. Victory reign in group, continuing their battle. Jokas on the medium tyres now in his Ford. Speckner in sixth. Bisboo in seventh. Eighth place is Tiger. Whilst I am on, could somebody please screenshot the end results with all the time splits? That would be really helpful. If you're listening to this in racing, please can you screenshot the end results with all the times? That really makes life a lot easier for me. You can do that, because I don't see that. So there we go, there's a bit of admin of the racing. Aloe there in 9th place is ahead of Slippy now. Slippy getting the blue flag, Slippy having a 2:12. Lap number 23. Has he had a pit stop, possibly? Time Terror. He's trying to set fast times as well. And there is Rob on drums. So 159s. So ultimately, his pace isn't too far off. Robbo's had a little bit of traffic on this lap, so I don't think he's going to set his fastest lap of the race, but we'll never know. He might get a bit of a slipstream and it might tow him along to get 153. What does he do? No, it's very disappointing. It's 53.891. It's not trying, is it? So there is Silent Wolf in second place. It's 36 seconds down on the race leader. Seems to get bogged down a little bit out of the hairpin in the Supra. Although it's not doing too bad on the straights. Groot is back up into third place, so Groot is having a good battle then with Victory Lane. These two are fighting very hard for this final podium spot. Victory Lane getting past though on the straight. That is telling then, if it becomes a drag down to the start-finish line, Victory Lane knows that he has the legs on the Peugeot. But Groot going up on the inside, trying to make a move into turn number one. He has to be the latest of late breakers though to make a move into turn one. You're hitting that corner at 180 miles an hour. And it's a very small braking area as well. You're not going to have much luck trying to do that. He has a look to try and get the put back on the exit. He might get into turn two though. As Groot trying to get himself up into third place. He does. Going down towards turn number 3 and 4. Groot is ahead. He has the better line. He's going to have to give space to Victory Lane, who is able to take the inside line and take the corner. Otherwise, they would have crashed. Groot, though, sliding the back end, and I think he's hit the wall. Is that Groot's chances of third place gone? Groot has hit the wall and is now 3.1 seconds more than that now to Victory Lane. That is how much time you lose. Any slight contact with the wall, any slight slide, you miss out on the slipstream as well. Does Victory Lane get a chance to run the last 3 laps as he wants? The last 2 and a bit tours are coming along as Dan Robbo starts his final his penultimate lap. He did a 57.0 on his last lap. Again, not too shabby, but when you compare it to his 53.8, he'll be kicking himself. He'll know where he's lost the time there. It's Dan Robbo leading for Toyota. What will Daytona bring? Because we've seen that this Toyota is a bit thirsty. In second place for Subaru, 2 laps left here at Tokyo. He's done all he can really, Silent Wolf. He had pressure from Rockas early on, but he dealt with that. Now, Victory Lane, third place for him, is now 4.5 seconds up on Groot after their titanic battle came to an end. Though in 4th place, it will be his best result in GTE and the best result for Peugeot in GTE as well. Rockas in 5th place. Coming to the end of the race for him. Did he have to stop the game? Maybe could he have ran the end of the race on the mediums? His teammate has set the purple first sector. So that Ford will look strong at Daytona. That might be the car to beat at Daytona. But who knows? Tri-oval will be a very interesting experiment. Chris Boo in 7th place. He's got himself up there on his own. Will be with that way. Tiger in a Lowy 9th, and Slippy is just behind him. They're on their final lap as Dan Robbo enters his last lap. Has he got enough fuel? The race leader is leading by 41.5 seconds. An extra pit stop as well to Silent Wolf. Set the fastest lap of 1:53.832 on the 19th lap. Not going to be setting that end quicker now. Just going to bring this Toyota home to win his 3rd race of the season here in GTE. Up ahead of Tiger. Will be hoping not to get lapped. Oh, there's a crash happening behind. Something has happened behind. I don't know what that was. I think that may have been Slippy. But Dan Robbo is going to cross the line for Toyota to win round number 3. He nearly set the fastest lap as well on the final lap with the help of the tow from Tiger. Let's see. So Aloe and Slippy, I think there may have been a clash between them. Aloe and Slippy then crossing the line in 9th and 10th. Oh, Silent Wolf is burning his tyres. Okay. He's burnt his tyres completely out on the final corner, so he's going to finish in 2nd place. With Rob on drums just behind him. So Silent Wolf finishes in 2nd place. Victory Reign. His run of podiums continue in season number 4 in that McLaren. He finishes in 3rd place again. Puts himself back up into 2nd place in the championship as well. With that, Groot in 4th place, his best result in GTE. Jocas is going to finish in 5th place, his best result in GTE as well. The stand-in for Bunnies as Speckmere in the other Ford, so 2 Fords, 5th and 6th. Pat will be happy to see this for his boys. 5th and 6th, and they've got Daytona coming up next. Our Ford hitting form at the end of the season. Pat saying he's happy with that. Good result for Team Ford. There goes Speckmere in 6th place. So Chris Boo coming in 7th place for Subaru. Good result for Subaru as well. And Tiger will finish in 8th place on his own. Tiny Terror has finished in 11th. Rob on drums in 12th. So we'll watch Tiger come across the line in his Peugeot. It's had a bad last lap actually. Very bad last lap. Oh no. Oh dear. He's just crashed. What's happened there? I don't know what he's done there. Let's press the Tiger in 8th, Aloe 9th, 10th Slippy, 11th Time Terror, and 12th is Rob on drums. But the winner by, well, as much as he wanted it seemed, Dan Robbo wins for Toyota. He leads the championship. It's 3 races in a row for him. 2nd is Silent Wolf in the Subaru. And 3rd is Victory Reign. But it's congratulations to Dan Robbo and Toyota. They win round number 3 at Tokyo. It's pole position as well and fastest lap. He's got the clean sweep here. He didn't get it at Barcelona though. But there we go. Well done to Dan Robbo. Congratulations. Join us next week for round number 4 at Daytona Tri-Oval, where we'll see if Toyota and Dan Robbo can continue their dominance of Season 4 of the Sunday Night League GTE Championship. Thank you very much for watching. Like, share and subscribe to us if you haven't done so already. And good night.